Following two successful virtual editions in 2021 and 2022, Mastercard's Collaborate to Innovate is back for its first invite-only in-person event, bringing together leaders across industries and featuring insightful panel discussions, keynotes and presentations. This year's edition explored the key trends and technologies that will redefine the future of fintech. Amnah Ajmal, Executive Vice President, Market Development EEMEA for Mastercard, sat down with me to talk the highlights of the latest edition. She joins us now. Welcome, Amnah. It's great to have you.
Thank you so much.
You know, when Mastercard's Collaborate to Innovate was first created, it was actually during the pandemic. And it was a platform that was created to encourage businesses to be able to partner and work together and to thrive during a period of what was really major disruption and digital transformation. And so now we're here, it's the third edition. Talk to us about why this event remains as relevant as ever.
Thank you so much. So it's our first in-person event, as you said, and I think the response is great. We have CEOs and thought leaders from the industry across multiple countries over here together under one roof. What makes it relevant is, I believe, the content, the audience, and the engagement from the speakers. So we have topics which are very interesting topics of our time. So yes, everyone is talking about artificial intelligence. It's the new buzzword. But now we're getting into the depth of it. We're talking about the bias in artificial intelligence. Today I spoke about the gender bias. We spoke about the racial bias. We have speakers who are discussing how in their respective industries they're tackling that bias. We always talk about diversity and inclusion, but now we have leaders on the stage who are actually talking about how they are tackling that bias. What are some of the challenges their organization face? What are some of the KPIs they have set for themselves to embrace diversity and inclusion? So I think it's just going deeper and deeper into topics that are relevant for today and are relevant for our future. We discussed the future of our children, the next generation. We discussed how the world is becoming different because earlier we used to grow up only in a physical space, and now our next generation is growing in a digital space. There are aspects of how to keep them safe in a world which is totally online. So very new topics, very relevant for today and also for the future.
Something that's really interesting as well is that we have telcos that are transforming themselves into tech companies. Talk to us a bit more about that transition and how Mastercard is part of it.
Great. That's a topic that's very close to my heart because when I was a banker 9 years back, I would laugh if somebody said that they want to enter into financial services because banks were banks and customers just trusted banks. And now you see, especially in this region, which is at the forefront of innovation when it comes to the telco industries, they realized that what they offer is a commodity. And today we learned even from Ian on the stage, and later you will see our partners like MTN and Airtel on the stage. They realized that what they offer is a commodity and they have to reinvent themselves. And the pandemic gave them that opportunity to take a pause, reflect on their strategy, and this is exactly what they did. They had the customer base, they had the data, they had the trust of the customers, and they had the technology and the platform. So they combined all of that and they were able to transform themselves, of course, together with the strong leadership that they had, because in addition to scale, they had the agility. You put all that together and you harness it with the power of partnership with a player like ourselves, you're able to transform that company into a powerhouse. They're entering into financial services. They're becoming a lifestyle enabler. So I think that transformation is not only serving the economies, it's driving financial inclusion, So it's for me an amazing thing to see today that actually in our region, the companies which are driving innovation and digital transformation are actually the telcos. They have really transformed the entire industry.
Exactly. Industry transformation is happening right before our eyes. And as you say, this is all about collaboration and partnerships as well. So talk to us about some of the resources that businesses can take advantage of to really position themselves for growth.
I would say three, and we heard it from a lot of our speakers today. People, data, and platforms. I say people because you can have a mindset at the top, a CEO can have a vision, but at the end of the day, the entire leadership and the junior most person to the senior most person needs to believe in that vision. So that's the buy-in of the people. It's the mindset of the people, challenging the status quo, embracing the vision, thinking about the new, that openness to change. So that's the people part. Data. Data has always been available to organizations. What's the difference today is that thanks to machine learning and the advances in cloud computing, we're able to mine that data in nanoseconds and generate output. But that also means that you should be able to have that mindset to leverage that data for the benefit of the end consumer. That brings me to the third point, which is the platform. If data exists in silo parts of the organization and these systems don't talk to each other, or these parts of organization don't talk to each other, then the data is pointless. You can't make much use out of it. So think of it like a block of Legos. So if your organization is structured such that you can take this block of Legos and make a car out of it or a truck out of it, that's what I called platforms. When these platforms get connected and the data is flowing seamlessly from one part of the organization to another, that platformification of services allows the organization to offer great consumer experiences for their consumer base, be it personalization, be it relevant contextual experiences, be it a great customer service through virtual agents.
So many possibilities right there. Amnah Ajmal, thank you so much for joining us today and congratulations on the third edition.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.